have to like what I'm going to show you. We're going to get killed today. Repetition, 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 repetition. Bend your knees. I must be ready to go back. What was he talking about?
Let's talk about post defense and how you're going to guard your man. I jump out and I bump him and I bump him and I bump him, or else you're going to lose all your teeth. Now, I had mine knocked out 10 times. Basketball is a game that everybody has to have every skill. I had my nose broke 13 times. I didn't learn this till way too late in my career.
I got an opportunity to play 14 years in the NBA. So you want your best ball handler to have the ball. There's 30 seconds on the clock. You got to get the ball. Wait a minute. You know, this guy like pushing me. Excuse me a second.
The more things that you can get good at, the better you can get good at this game of basketball. Not too hard, not too hard. Let him go. Let him go a little bit. Explode up 2, back down 1. Light and quick. Super, super.
Do you want to see more from the NBA Clinic? Call Swedish Basketball Federation at 4608289860. On this number, you can order videotapes from the clinic. 3 hours per coach. QB Brown, how to play defense. Calvin Murphy, individual skills for small players. Bill Walton, the inside game. Dean Brittenham, to prepare a winner physically. Call the Swedish Basketball Federation at 4608289860.
That's right, you are white.
2 words you're going to hear from me for the next 3 days. The first word is basics, and the second word is fundamentals. Now, as you can look at me and you can see, besides being good looking, I'm short. I'm good looking, don't even start. I got an opportunity to play 14 years in the NBA because I was taught as a youngster the proper way to play basketball. I was taught my basics very well. Now, anything you do in basketball or in sports have got to have a beginning. You hear so much about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan doesn't impress me because he can fly from here to that basket and dunk it. He impresses me because if you take away all the flair out of his game, he is still going to be a superstar because he knows the way to play basketball. Now, let's forget about the pros, the ultimate, the best in the world. Let's talk about the average basketball player. Let's talk about little kids. Anytime you teach, you've got to have a foundation, and the foundation is the basics. So we're going to talk about how we teach our players to be good, sound ball players. And we're going to start with the ball handling. And with anything, you start with the rules. The rules of dribbling a basketball. Now, when I played, I was able to score because I was able to put the ball on the floor. And the first thing I tell my young players of any level is that this ball has got to become an extension of your arm. Now, the first rule we talk about, of course, is eye contact. If your ball player can't dribble the ball and keep his head up, you have a ball player that can only protect the ball. I need a guard, a defensive guard. Come on out, anybody. Don't be afraid, I ain't gonna bite you. Well, come on. All right, you're on my team also. Come here, you're the shooting guard. Yes, right there. Okay, we talk about eye contact. Good defender, over there. Now, when you want the basketball, yell ball. Let me hear it. Ball, say ball. Ball. Good. So, great shooter. The team is geared to stop him from getting the ball. I'm the ball handling guard. All right, I have no eye contact. Come here. Guard me. Ready? Come in, guard me, and yell ball. Ball. There you go. what happened? When he decided he wanted the ball, I'm so busy watching this ball dribble, I have no eye contact. Now, you know as a coach, this drives you crazy. My guard who shoots the ball yells ball. I got to find him. I got to find the ball. I got to turn. I get him the ball, and what's the problem? He is now covered. The defense is not that slow. So I've got to learn eye contact with the ball. I got to see the defender. I got to see my man. I've got to see the situation on the floor. So now he calls for the ball. Oh, he took a safe route. Real good. Real good. Have a seat over here, right there for me. You too. Eye contact, the first rule of dribbling a basketball. Now, my youngsters have got to understand. Notice when I hold this ball with my fingers, I have a natural cup in my hand. I'm going to learn as a dribbler to keep this cup off of the basketball. Now remember, forget what you see in the NBA, please. Obviously, what am I doing wrong? I'm carrying the basketball because I have that cup on it. I want to learn to have fingertip control. I'm in rhythm with the basketball. Fingertip control. Now, as you know, a good dribbler will learn to go both ways with the ball. A good dribbler has got to be able, anybody, a good dribbler has got to be able to use both right and left hands. Now, this guy has scouted Calvin Murphy. Calvin Murphy only has one arm, and I can only go to the right. So as a defender, where is he going to play? To my right side. Now, you as a coach, you will have no offense if your ball player can't use both sides of the floor. So it's very difficult for me to beat him in any direction. But if I, as a dribbler, get the defense to play me straight up and he goes for the ball, ooh, who has the advantage? I do. So my dribbler has got to learn eye contact, he's got to learn fingertip control, and he's got to use both hands equally well in order to handle the ball for my team. Now let me stop there for a second and add. Every player that is on the floor playing for my team has got to be able to handle the basketball. I don't believe that each player should be a specialist. You have a dribbler, you have a shooter, you have a rebounder. I believe everybody must share in the duties of a team's victory equally. So now, I've talked about the basic rules. Now, what about control? This is where waist-high dribbling comes in. Now, suppose you are Patrick Ewing or Elijah Wan, and your waist is up here. And I say waist-high dribbling. Is it wrong? Of course not. It's not his fault that his waist is 6'6". Okay? But the normal-sized basketball player like me, the waist is right about here. So I'm going to learn waist-high dribbling for control. Now, here's where a lot of ball players, young ball players, have a problem. What about the legs? They don't understand that if the legs are not bent, there is no speed to the basket. So my ball players have got to understand the purpose of the knees being bent. All right? Speed, quickness. Now, how low do I bend them? Of course not. Anytime I put the ball on the floor, my player has got to be a threat. He has got to be a threat. So my knees are bent, waist high. I can use both hands. I have fingertip control. My eyes are up. Don't you try it. He's licking his chops. Yeah. Okay, eye contact. Now I'm about ready to play basketball. Key rule, protection of the ball. Problem. Most youngsters, elementary school, junior high school, or college, they get to watching their favorite pro protect the ball by turning his back to the defense. Sure, I can protect the ball, but remember, I just stated, anytime I put the ball on the floor, I want to be a threat. From this position, all I can do is protect the ball. 5 seconds on the clock. I want my player to be able to protect the ball and face the action. Face the basket. You can talk about any phase of basketball, but the ultimate goal is to put the ball in the basket. So I've got to learn to protect the basketball. Come on and get it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Obviously, I'm committing a foul. So I'm going to learn to have my free arm at a 45-degree angle. As the defense approaches, I'm going to retreat and go in a different direction. A portion of my body between the defender and the ball. Not a threat. A threat. Now I'm protecting the ball. I still can see what the situation on the floor is, and my teammates are going to be involved. This position with the back to the ball, I can't even shoot it unless I'm going to that basket. This is my target. I'm going to face the basket. Not bad. Your turn. Relax. Hold the ball. I'm not ready yet. Relax. All right. Head up. That arm. What's wrong with that arm? Is that arm broken? Good. Good. Elementary, but good. 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 Hold the ball. Excellent. Excellent. Have a seat. Good. Now we've talked about the 5 basics. Eye contact, fingertip control, waist-high dribbling with your knees bent. A good dribbler goes with both hands equally well, and protection of the basketball. Now, you as a coach cannot teach these basic rules unless you know them. Stands to reason. The worst thing a coach can do is tell his player he's making a mistake but can't explain the mistake to him. That stands to reason. So now we have the 5 basic rules. Now we go one step higher. Let's talk about the moves that your player may use in a game. And the most commonly used offensive weapon in the game of basketball facing the basket is what? The crossover dribble. Now, my crossover dribble has got to be, once again, used as a weapon. As I dribble, my knees are bent. The defense reaches for the ball. The other hand reaches. I'm going to bring, hold still, right there. I'm going to bring the ball parallel to my body or straight across the body, and now I have protection as well as a crossover dribble, and the shortest distance between 2 points is what? A straight line, and I'm going right to the basket. And in today's game, most defenders are recognized as good defensive defenders by what? How many times they steal the ball. So you're going to have umpteen times where the guy tries to steal the ball, cross, and I step. Now notice what I did as I cross over. I take that one big step past the defense, and he's on my back, and he's in trouble. Crossover dribble. The word is parallel to the body. As he comes, I reach, and he's gone. Crossover dribble. Good. Have a seat. Now, coaches, let's talk about the dribble that every player is using, and they're using it so incorrectly, it drives you to drink. I know it does. Because it drives me crazy. Between the legs. Every ball player wants to go between the legs. You ever see him at half court? When don't you want your player to use a between the legs dribble? When there is no reason. A between the leg dribble is an effective weapon. As a little guy in the professional basketball ranks, I depended heavily on the between the legs dribble. Now, the one thing I was taught is the word place. I'm going to learn to use my fingertips, and I'm going to place the ball. Notice my knees are bent, and I'm placing the ball where I want it. Okay? Control, and I'm placing the basketball. Now, how could this move be effective for your player? Show you. Give me a tall player. Tall guy. Yes. All right. Put your arms up a minute. That's okay. I was only kidding. Okay, now when I played in professional basketball, unfortunately for me, I had guys this tall guarding me. I played against Magic Johnson, 6'9", George Gervin, 6'9", and these guys used to guard me. So it stands to reason, at my size, if I tried to shoot the ball, oh, he liked doing that. I got a game for him. Okay, so it stands to reason. I wanted to get rid of this guy. So if he's standing there and I'm standing here, I can get my shot off. Okay, so I got to find a way to get rid of him. So I use a between the legs dribble. Point guard. Stand up. No, just him. Okay, good. Right there. Shooting guard. He's guarding me close. He knows that if Calvin Murphy gets the ball, he's in trouble. And he's right. So he guards me close, so the first thing I got to do is I got to get rid of him. All right, I got rid of him. Now, he still approaches. I don't have a shot. So I'm going to slowly take him across the key. As we're going, I fake the drive, step back, and don't you move. And what do I have? I have the opportunity to get my shot off on the big guy. What are you doing? And you know what? This guy's serious. Man, get off of me. All right, area. Taking him down. Cross the key. Fake the drive. Step back. He comes. All I'm doing is stepping back. Foul. Bang. Thank you. All right. Once again, a between the leg dribble. Stay right there. I'm coming across the key, faking, stepping back, and shot. All right, your turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, start in the corner. Okay, you receive it. I'm going to block your shot across the key, dribble. Good. Drop your head between your legs. Place it between the legs. What's you know, I'm under the impression he don't trust me. Okay, once again, I'll show you. All right, give me a ball. Give me a ball. Get the ball. That's yours. Okay, now follow me. Come here, we're going to do this in slow motion. Okay? Yes! Yes. Okay. A between the legs dribble. A very effective move. Okay, now. Coaches, when you teach your players to go to the basket on the left side, you always teach them to use that left hand to go to the basket strong, up in the basket. Okay, well, remember, when I played, I was a midget. So I always had to give the defense an opportunity to feel false security, that they can get the ball, so I can get them out of position. So I would use a between the legs dribble. In the same manner, I'm going to my left, which good sound dribbling would be, of course, protection, going to the left. But this particular move, I'm on the right side. I'm going to use my right hand to go to the defense. Now the defense says, oh my God, I'm going to steal the ball from Calvin Murphy. And the first time I catch him reaching for the ball, I place and step right by him to the basket. Okay, all I want to do is get the defense here or here. And I got him. Okay, going across the middle, they reach to the basket. All right, all right, all right, all right. By the way, nice haircut. All right, on the right side. Good. Yes! That's all there is to it. Did he miss the layup? All right. A between the leg dribble. All I'm doing is placing the ball, my knees are bent, and I'm using it as a weapon. Using it as a weapon. Okay, good. Now, the brother to the between the legs is what? Behind the back. Coaches, what's wrong? How many times during a crucial game has your player turned the ball over with a violation? By simply not understanding the rules. If I'm going to dribble the ball behind my back, there's one rule I'm going to remember. And I'm going to make sure my players understand. I'm going to keep that ball below my waist. Fingertip control, and the ball is below my waist. I'm not picking it up and putting it down. Knees are bent, body on an angle, and I'm placing the basketball. Placing the ball. Now remember, control simply states that when the ball comes back from side back to front, you want to be on a direct path to disaster. And that's that basket. A path to disaster. Bang! So you have a quick guard or a quick player going after the ball. I place it, and I go. Behind the back dribbling. Word, place. Between the legs, place. Crossover, parallel. Okay, good. Now, we're going to talk about a full court or a speed dribble. Now, I'm going kind of quickly because I got a lot to give you. And I want you to understand you can't have a good or a great offensive ball player unless he can handle the ball. From your tallest to your smallest. All right, I need you to get basketballs. I need all of you to get basketballs and come down. Everyone. Everyone. Down to that basket. Now, what is a full court or a speed dribble used for? Obviously, it's used to get down the court as fast as you possibly can before the defense has a chance to set up and score. Gentlemen, throw the ball off the board, rebound it, down court as fast as you can, and score. One after the other. Go. Next, come on, one after the other. Go, 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 go. Don't get excited because he was wrong. All right, which one of the all-stars did it correctly? Which one? Which one did it correctly? None of them. Why? Because what they had was a fast, controlled dribble. But now, let me explain to you what a full court dribble should look like. I'm a coach that believes in situations. Here's a situation for you. Calvin Murphy and the Rockets playing against Michael Jordan and the Bulls. World championship. Big play. A shot's taken. Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan. Go to the basket for a rebound. Along with Calvin Murphy. Calvin climbs and snatches the ball. Michael and Scottie are so surprised, they fall down. Now, I figured, watching them sit down, and I look down the court, and it's wide open. I've got to get down there before they realize I'm getting out of here. So how do I do this? It stands to reason I can run much faster than I can dribble. So why not incorporate a little running along with the dribbling under control? This is a full court or a speed dribble. I rebound, the ball's out in front, and I'm chasing it. Control, layup. Once again, the ball's out in front, I'm controlling, they get to me, control, layup. All stars, let's try it. Alternating hands for control. 2 to 3 steps, for control. Chasing the ball for speed. Go right ahead. Go! Alternate hands. Good. Good. Oh, yeah. Notice how the speed has increased. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Excellent. Come on and have a seat over here, guys. Good job. Sit down right there. Yes. Now, hold on. Notice how much their speed increased when they chased the ball with control. That's a full court or speed dribble. What you saw from the beginning was a full court control dribble. Okay, good. Now, let's talk about my pet peeve in ball handling. The spin move. Come here. The spin move. Defense. Stand still. This is what you see on the playground and in the pros. Violation. Looks good. The crowd goes, ooh, ah. And the referee goes, that ball. So I've got to learn that a spin move is done, obviously, to get past the defender. Now, the pivot foot is the most important part of the move. Obviously, if I place that pivot foot on the outside and I try to spin, I'm going to charge. So I've got to cut his body with my pivot foot right in half. Yeah. Slow, pivot, step, pass. So obviously, if I'm right-handed and I approach the defense with the right hand and I make my spin move, doesn't make any sense to have the ball where the defender can steal it. That means what? I got to use the opposite hand. Stand still. So as I come to the defense, place that pivot foot, step, and the left hand brings it. Obviously, it's not as flashy as the ball players would like it to be, but nevertheless, it's the move that's the most effective. Now, if the defense is quick and recovers, there's the spin move once again. So I have two options off the spin when I go right hand, left hand. I have left hand, right hand. But from the spin move that 95% of the players use today, there's only one option. If I pick that ball up and he recovers, he has the ball. So the spin move, the spin move I want to see my players use is the opposite hand controlling. By simply placing, pivot, step, and bringing. Dribbling is timing and rhythm. And if your ball player works on that particular move, it will have the same effect as the one-arm spin, which is a violation. Why do I have him at the top of the key? Because anytime I get a situation, or my players have a situation, where they get a one-on-one, I want them to make that motion or that move in their scoring area. It does me no good to make a stutter step out here with the defender, because now he has the opportunity to recover. But if he is in my scoring area, and I think my scoring area, and tomorrow I'm going to go over shooting, my scoring area is anywhere from 19, 20 feet in. This is where I feel I can be most effective. Rebound for me. Rebound for me. All right, here, I feel I'm effective. Okay, so anytime I make my move, I want to make sure that when the defense commits itself, I can score. I used to be able to score. Okay, any place in here, I'm going to make my moves. All right, boy, am I weak today. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, anywhere in here. So I'm going to attack the defense in my scoring area. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Don't get happy. All right. Get ready. Get ready. Come on, get on there, get mean. 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 Oh, you don't remind me of a mean guy. Get mean, get down. Oh, yes. Get over there. Hey, I changed my mind. That guy's nuts. He's real nervous. No. When you find a player like that, give him the ball and call a timeout. Okay. Do we have insurance? I got insurance? Good. I'm not coming that way. Okay, here I come. Foul, three-pointer. What did he do? He allowed me to get inside. Once again. Ready? What did he do? What did he do? Show me what you just did. Thank you. The stutter step. I come in. Freeze the defense. As he saw my feet pumping, he said, help. And as I catch him relaxing or tightening, I shoot the ball. Your turn. Relax. I'm the teacher. When you have the ball, you make the rules. That's my ball. Ready. Good, yes. I like it. Give me my ball. One wise guy in every house. Great job. Good job. All right. Now we've talked about the crossover. Parallel. Between the legs. Place. Behind the back. Place. Full court dribble for speed. Stutter step to freeze the defense. And we go on and on and on. But these are basics that everybody sometime throughout the game will learn to use. Now, let's move on to what I consider the most important part of your teaching. Now, coaches, let me explain something to you. I'm not a coach. I don't have the temperament. I don't have the mentality to coach. That's too hard. I'm a teacher. A coach is worried about win and loss and keeping their job. A teacher is concerned about giving the youngster some information, watching him develop it, and then sending him on for you to lose your job. There's a difference. So right now, I want you to be teachers to understand what we're trying to develop. We're trying to develop talent among our players. Now, they say that you can't teach old dogs new tricks. Not true. Learning is mind over matter. You condition your player's mind and you reprogram. I've seen it on all levels. Now, the one thing that has made me a high school All-American, a college All-American, an NBA All-Star was the fact that I spent time in practicing the right things. So often our youngsters will practice, they practice long and they practice hard, but they practice the wrong things. So right now we're going to talk about drills. Drills, drills, and more drills. That's what a coach has got to concern himself about in practice if he's dealing with the individual aspect of the game, the ball handling and the shooting. So I'm going to show you some drills that I've used from the time I started playing at the age of 8 to when I retired. Gentlemen, out here on the floor and sit down again. Facing this way, on the floor here. And face the coaches. Good. Sit down and spread out. All right, now, I have the All-Stars sitting down because I'm going to show you some drills for you to use to work on rhythm and timing, the two major things that are needed for your ball player to be an effective dribbler for your ball team. Now, the reason I have them sitting on the floor is because the lower you dribble, the more you need to depend on your fingers. If you try to use that cup, it's not going to work. It's got to be fingertip control. Now, notice my fingers are spread on the ball comfortably. If your ball players have their fingers close together, it's like having one finger, and you cannot control a basketball in competition with one finger. All right? So I have fingertip control. Now, we said a good dribbler learns to use both hands equally well. So this drill is designed to practice fingertip control and dribbling the ball equally well with both hands. Woo! All right. All-Stars, start on the right side. Dribble. All right. Left hand. Spread those fingers. Good. Like most big men. The hook. Wrong. Relaxed. Good. Back to the right hand. All right, good. Hold up. Now, we said the key word, the key rule that we talked about from the beginning was what? Eye contact. So here's a drill to practice your eye contact. Obviously, I can do one of two things. I can cover my eyes and cheat. Or how about some calisthenics to take my head away from the ball? Fingertip control. My fingers are controlling the ball, and I'm taking my head away from the action. Excuse me a second. Fingertip control. Let's try it. Eye contact. To the side. Good. Left hand dribble. Good. Right hand dribble. Good. Now take your head out of the play. Take it all the way back and lay down. All the way back and lay down. Touch your head. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Come up. Good. All the way up. Come up. Get up. Don't fall asleep. Good. Back again. All the way. Lay all the way down. Let's do it together. Down and coming back up. Down and coming back up. Good. Hold the ball. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Hold the ball. Okay. Timing. Dribbling is about rhythm. When I practice, I like music. A boxer, when he jumps rope, he has music. Everything is timing. He's boxing, he's jabbing, he's moving, and it's rhythm. He's getting the rhythm in his head. I've incorporated that into my drills. This is called rhythmic dribbling. It's a drill, and I'll turn around and show you in a second. It's a drill to practice dribbling the ball and getting timing and using your fingers. I start high to low, getting control, and I take it down as low as I can possibly go. Now, is this legal? Sure it is. All I'm doing is rotating my hands on the ball and taking it down as low as I can go. Now, notice a soft little drum beat. Ah-chee-wah-wah. Now, this is real easy for me because I've been doing it for a long time. So I've incorporated a little drill to strengthen my fingers and give me some practice. It's called typing. I'm going to rotate my fingers on the ball in rhythm. My head is up. I'm in timing with the ball. And I'm controlling it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Excuse me a second. High to low and control. Don't stiffen up. Relax. Let it flow. Good, good. I like it. I like it. Hold the balls. You guys are too good. My goodness. I need this job. Don't do this. Okay. Now, We talked about protection of the basketball. Now notice the drills I'm giving you. I'm giving you drills that the individual does not need you as a coach or a teacher to stand over and watch. He can do these drills on his own while you're in the locker room getting your strategy together, okay? Any drill that you give your players as individuals or as a team is a good drill. Now, protection of the basketball. Protection of the basketball. Now, coaches, get a flavor of what I'm getting ready to tell you, because I know it's got to be one of your pet peeves as well as one of mine. Tight game. World championship. You're up a point. You got the ball. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. You don't want your player to pass the ball. Somebody might steal it. You don't need a shot. You need control. So you want your best ball handler to have the ball. And the one thing that you don't want from your best ball handler is what? Is an excuse why somebody stole the ball at the crucial part of the game. Well, coach, he knocked me down and they didn't call the foul. All you know as a coach, you got fired because you lost the game. So you have got to have drills to have your players work on situations where the referee will not call the foul. All right. I need a big, strong guy. Who's the strongest guy out here? You look pretty strong. Come here. No, you're crazy. You stay right there. Come here. Leave your ball. Okay. Cheap socks. Okay. Situation. His team is down a point. His coach told him, you gotta get the ball from Calvin Murphy. If you get the ball from Calvin Murphy, you got a $100,000 raise. I'm gonna buy you that Mercedes you wanted. The whole 9 yards. So he's pumped. Now the referee don't like Calvin Murphy. So he comes over and he says, give me. You can do anything you want to Calvin Murphy to get the ball. I don't like it. But you can't bite him. And no kicking. But you can get the ball from him. I'm not going to call the foul. Now, Calvin Murphy knows that the odds are stacked against him. But I still got a job to do for my team. I've got to control this ball. Okay. Push me. Push me. Wait a minute. Push me. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Okay, now, remember, there's 30 seconds on the clock. You got to get the ball. Wait a minute. You know, this guy like pushing me. Forget basketball. Let me push him again. Okay, now, you got to get the ball. Right? Any way you can. By the way, man, you need to shave. Don't scratch my pretty face. Okay. Ready? What are you smiling at? Hey, guys, loco weed or what? No? He okay? I don't know. Man, back up. I'll come to you. You just relax. Close enough. Wait. You don't tell me the rules. What did I just tell you? My ball, my rules. If I want to kick you, I can kick you. I got him nervous, don't I? Come get the ball. Oh, you want to play rough. Uh-huh. You can't be nice to some guys. Come on. Come on. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop laughing, man. You make me nervous when you laugh. Good job. Thank you. Okay. My God, he's strong. Jeez. I'm too old for this, buddy. Don't be... Okay, good. A practice drill for protection of the basketball. We exaggerated, obviously, but think about how many situations that your player has lost the ball in crucial times for you during the game. Okay, now we've talked about the rules. We've talked about drills. We've talked about the moves in the game. Now we've got to find a way to bring the individual game into the team game. This is where, at the end of all my practices, when we're talking about ball handling, we end up with dribble tag. The best way I know to incorporate everything that we've talked about. Okay, we're going to play dribble tag, and here's the rules. All right, up on the floor. Game situation again. Everything has got to be done with a situation in mind. Half court, you got to stay on this half of the floor. Red line, out of bounds. You step on the red line, you're out. You lose control and the ball goes outside the boundaries, you're out. I'm going to try and dribble the ball and tag you. You've got to stay away from me. Now, in order for them to stay away from me, what do they have to do? First rule, eye contact. Head's got to be up because they got to see where I'm coming from. They can't dribble this way and know where I am. 2, they've got to use the various moves to avoid me. 3, we've talked about the drills for timing and rhythm. That ball has got to become an extension of the arm. Okay? You understand the rules? Stay away from me. All right. Come here a minute. Come here a minute. Yeah, come here. You're out. Oh, I cheat. Okay, you're back in. Yeah. Ready? Yeah, guess who I'm going to get first? Right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. He don't, hey, what's happening? He made me mad. Check him out. I'm telling you, the guy's on loco weed. Oh, I like him. Da, 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 da. No. Did you notice something? He's in trouble. Where you going? Bye. Ha cha cha cha. Hey, big guy, come here. I like. Uh-huh. Where you going? Did I get you already? Yes. Yes. You missed me. You missed me. There he goes again. Hey, you go get him. Get in that corner. Give me some power. Hey, man, don't be rushing me. I'm scared of that guy. Oh, you ready? Get set, and it's us. Get out of here. Good job.
Not have to like what I'm going to show you. We're going to get killed today. Repetition, 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 repetition. Bend your knees. I must be ready to go back. What was he talking about?
Let's talk about post defense and how you're going to guard your man. I jump out and I bump him and I bump him and I bump him, or else you're going to lose all your teeth. Now, I had mine knocked out 10 times. Basketball is a game that everybody has to have every skill. I had my nose broke 13 times. I didn't learn this till way too late in my career.
I got an opportunity to play 14 years in the NBA. So you want your best ball handler to have the ball. There's 30 seconds on the clock. You got to get the ball. Wait a minute. You know, this guy like pushing me. Excuse me a second.
The more things that you can get good at, the better you can get good at this game of basketball. Not too hard, not too hard. Let him go. Let him go a little bit. Explode up 2, back down 1. Light and quick. Super, super.
Do you want to see more from the NBA Clinic? Call Swedish Basketball Federation at 4608289860. On this number, you can order videotapes from the clinic. 3 hours per coach. QB Brown, how to play defense. Calvin Murphy, individual skills for small players. Bill Walton, the inside game. Dean Brittenham, to prepare a winner physically. Call the Swedish Basketball Federation at 4608289860.
That's right, you are white.
Now, today we're going to spend some time talking about the ultimate in basketball, and that's putting the ball in that ring. You can talk about defense, you can talk about passing, you can talk about rebound, but if your player cannot put the ball in the basket, if he cannot score, you will not win. Now, let's right from the beginning understand there's a difference between a scorer and a shooter. You can have a player that's a great scorer. He can find a way to put the ball in the basket. But I want to explain and show you how you can have your players become great shooters. Now, once again, I always talk about the fact that because of my size, I had to understand the game in order to play with the very best in the world. But your players may not get a chance to be in the NBA. More than not, they won't. So let's talk about your level of play. Let's talk about working with the youngsters from the ages of 5 all the way up, the way you would train them. Now, the first thing that I always start my shooting clinic off with is the biggest pet peeve of all coaches or teachers, and that's the foul line. How many games have you as a coach lost because your player could not be a consistent free throw shooter? Now, there's a few things you need to understand about that little line. Number one, most players don't want the pressure of being there. As a scorer or a shooter on the floor in traffic, there's a built-in excuse. I got fouled, or I would have made the basket. But when you're on that line, it's just you, the basket, and God. There's no excuses that you were hindered. So, once you get the attitude with your players of mind over matter, you've got to condition your mind to think positively. Then you work, once again, with the basics or the mechanics of shooting a foul shot. Now, like we did yesterday when we talked about dribbling, we started off talking about the rules. I'm going to have my son, Calvin Murphy, come help me. Okay. Now, when I start working with my players, the first thing I want them to understand about this foul shot is we've got to understand distance. They've got to know how far they are going to shoot the ball. So from this line to that basket, we're looking at 15 feet. From that rim to the floor, we're looking at 10. Distance, height. So now they understand how far they've got to shoot. Now, once we talk about the distance and the height, we've got to start talking about the mechanics. The first thing a player needs to know, of course, is their target. And if you ask most youngsters where their target is, what they tell you? The rim. The rim is what they're looking at. The target is where? Over the front of the rim. I got 15 feet, 10 feet rim. I'm going up and over the rim, and that is my target. Now, where am I going to get my power from? I'm going to obviously get my power from my legs. All right, that's where the strength comes on any shot. It's going to be from my legs. All right, the free throw is the shot that needs the most concentration in practice. 2 key words. 2 key words. The first one is concentration. How long does your player have on this line that he must concentrate? In the NBA, it's 10 seconds. International, I believe, is 5. And that is 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on. That's a lot of time to shoot a foul shot. So the concentration level comes into play. Why? Because if your player cannot shoot the ball and divorce himself from what's going on around him, and you know when you play in the NBA, there's 17,000, 20,000 people, and if you're on the road, they don't want you to make that foul shot. They stand behind the basket showing pictures of naked women while you're trying to shoot. You've got to learn to concentrate. They do these things. You've got to learn to zero in on that target and shoot the ball. Now, if I tell you that concentration is the key word, then the next most important word has got to be repetition. Now, what is repetition? Doing the same thing every time you shoot this basketball. For instance, Calvin Murphy's style is what? My legs are parallel to each other, right as close to the line as possible. I take 2 bounces, I relax, I aim, and I shoot. All right, the next time I receive the ball, what do? Take 2 bounces, relax, aim, bend, and I shoot. Now, what seems to be the problem with a lot of players when they get to the line? Let's go to the NBA free throw. Drives me crazy. Why? Because most NBA players that come to this line, they know they're on TV. They know that NBC is zeroing in on them and their mother and their girlfriends watching. So once they get to the line, the referee gives them the ball. Coach is going crazy. UB Brown is on the floor, killing. NBA free throw. Too much room for error. The job of your player, obviously, is to get a style, a rhythm, and put the ball in the basket. Concentration, repetition. Now, notice I'm getting my power from my legs, and as I bend, I'm going straight up and down and up and over the front of that rim. Now, this is where the arm comes into play. Obviously, wherever the elbow is, the arm's going to follow. So I want to get that elbow on the target, in close to the basket, on that target, up and over. Now, notice what I just did. As I shot the ball, I extended for extension. I locked my elbow. I locked the elbow because now that gives me my distance. If my player is going to miss this foul shot, I want him to miss it long. Why? Obviously, it has a chance to have a shooter's bounce and perhaps fall in. If it's short, it's just short. So if I extend, elbow on the target, lock, the most important part now is what? My wrist. Why? Because it's going to give me the follow through. Now, as you can see, I always use the NBA red, white, and blue when I'm teaching, because rotation off the fingers is very, very important, and the colors will illustrate it. Now, what did I do wrong? Obviously, I told you a minute ago, my style is 2 bounces, relax, and shot. I took 1 bounce and threw it up. Timing is the key. Elbow, extension, follow through. Now, notice when I release this ball, what do I do with my arm? I leave it right on the target. Why? Because I want to get the extension. I don't want to get what we call a recoil. Shot and pull back. A recoil. Because every time you shoot the ball in recoil, it gives you a different rotation or a different look on the basket. Pose. I tell my players on the Rockets, if you want somebody to see you on TV, stand and pose. Let everybody know you shot the ball. Real nice. Okay, I'm going to take the bounce out now and just stroke it for you. So I want you to watch the rotation off my fingers. Now, just like I said when I'm dribbling, I want to get as much ball in my hand for control as possible. Much of the ball, regardless of the size of the hand. Now, the problem a lot of players have is that they find a spot where they can best put the ball in the basket, and then what do? They back out of the shot. Then they come back, and they have to reposition themselves again. Now, what's wrong with that situation? I'll tell you what's wrong with it. I have a world's NBA record, 78 free throws in a row. Larry Bird had a chance of breaking that record. Larry Bird, who is, in my estimation, the second best free throw shooter in the world. He got to 75, and as he shot the ball, he shot it, and he left the line. So what does that make the shot? It makes the shot short. And as he was backing out of the shot, he pushed the ball instead of Larry having his nice little soft up and over shot. And it cost him a world's record. Ricky Pierce, this year, came at my record. A lot of nerve. But he got to 76 and did the exact same thing. He made the first, and on the second, as he shot it, he was backing out of it. It hit the front of the rim, back of the rim, and came out. Stay in the shot. If my player is going to do anything, he's going to go towards the basket. Now notice as I'm taking it, I have legs, body, shot. It's all one motion. I can't emphasize enough that your player cannot just use his arm, because what he's doing now is exerting too much energy from the top. It's got to be an even flow. Legs, body, shot. Now, what do I tell my players about practicing this free throw? The problem of free throw shooting comes about when what? Your player's tired. All right, I can stand here, and this can be an all-night satellite, just standing here putting the ball in the basket. All right, I just got out of bed, I'm rested, I'm shooting the ball, no problem. But now my shot changes when my legs get tired. So when my players on the Rockets practice, we have them practice before practice, during the middle, and after game situation from the foul line. There should be no reason for your player not to be consistent. Now, obviously, you're not going to make all your shots, because if you did, I'd have made more than 78. All right? I made 78. I missed one because I lost that lack of concentration because I got cocky. I was never, ever going to miss again. Just that 1 second of concentration cost me, because I made 30 more in a row. That was giving me what? Over 100. Okay? And I'm still angry about it. Okay, give me a free throw shooter. Come on up. Now you saw my style. Let's just watch his. Now, I said my style. What's comfortable for me. Okay? Balance is very important. Balance. Because if you shoot the ball, you don't want to have a motion where you're moving, because now that gives you a moving target. The target is standing still. It's you that's the moving target that makes it very difficult to make the shot. Ah! What did he just do? Ah! He spun the ball. Go ahead. Ah! Rhythm. Shooting has got to be comfortable. Now, for some reason, he feels he's got to spin the ball and play with it to get himself ready to shoot. Stop that. Stop that! Wait a minute. I don't like that side. Oh, change my mind. Hold on. What do you think, Al? All right. Already, what have I done? I've taken his concentration. He's so busy wondering, what is this fool doing? I've taken his concentration. But remember now, when you're playing a game, you have guys that are on the line. It's a tight game, and they're saying, hey, buddy, your girlfriend is ugly, man. And right there, the first thing you do is, if you do this, he's got you. Because he knows he's taking that 1 second away from your concentration. Okay? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, good. Now, both of his shots were short. Two problems. Power comes from where? The legs. No power. He tried to use all arm, so he was measuring the basket. Two, as I stated before, as you shoot and lock and extend, you stay. He had a recoil. Okay, once again. Stay. Good. Use those legs. Come on, get up on the toes. All the way through. All the way through. Okay, now, when he shot the ball, where did his hand end up? The ball's only going to go where you send it. Good. 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 Nice shot. Go. Good. Good. One more time. Good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Obviously, thanks very much. Obviously, the bigger you are, the easier the shot is for a person to use his legs. Calvin on the line. Take your head off. All right. Now, Calvin's a little smaller, and he's got to use his legs a little more to get the shot up and over. Let's watch his style. If you want to stay my kid, you better make that shot. Now notice Calvin came forward on the shot. All right, he's leaning in. He's relaxing and shot. Now, does that shot look familiar? Yes. Once again, Calvin. Very good. The foul shot. Hey, you didn't clap for me. Don't clap for him. The foul shot is very, very important because games are won or lost on the line. Okay, good. Oh, thank you. All right, we talked about the foul shot. Now let's move on. Got a lot to get covered here today. The biggest problem that we're going to have is for our youngsters or our players to understand their limitations when they shoot the ball from the floor. Now, once again, I'm talking about getting your player. Now, you know what your player's limitation may be. But the fact of the matter is you got to get him to understand his limitations. Now, let's talk about range. Now, the first thing I do at the beginning of practice at the start of the year, and I have new players, I want to prove to him his range. Now, I've watched film, I've scouted him, so I know what I think his range is. So this is what I do with all my players. I don't care how old or young they may be. I start them in towards the basket. We're talking about range now. All right? No problem. All right? I back them up. No effort at all to get the ball up and over that rim. 15 feet, the foul line. Still, no effort. I take them back to the top of the key, 19 feet. All right? Now, here's where Calvin Murphy should be making them because this is my range, I think. All right. Let's get it up and in. All right, good. Now, I'm moving out to what they call a three-point range area, about 22 feet. Calvin Murphy, still, no effort. I'm getting the ball up on the rim. I should be putting it in the basket. There we go. All right, no effort. I'm using my legs, I'm extending, and I'm getting the ball up on the rim. Now, I'm moving out in an area where it's starting to get a little more difficult for me. Why? Because I'm starting to use more legs. Okay? I'm starting to use more legs. Now, notice what's happening to me. Right? I'm losing accuracy on the shot. So that tells me I've gone past my range. My range is 20 feet and in. Notice the control that I have within 20 feet. So here's my range. I want my players to understand quality instead of quantity. Top of the key. Now, every now and then, I might be able to, under certain circumstances, make this shot. Let me see if I can make this shot. I'm straining, so I'm out of my range. Well, get the ball. Notice the rotation. The rotation hasn't changed. I'm using my legs more, but the rotation on the shot hasn't changed. Hey, this might be a new range for me, Cal. Does anybody have a job? All right. I'm really out of my range now. I'm using too much legs. All right, so you know that as a coach, you don't want me out here. You want me to stay within 20 because I'm going to get quality instead of quantity. Very simple. Knowing your player's range and making your player understand it. Okay, now I know his range. Now I got to make him understand that there are how many shooting spots on the floor? How many shooting spots? 10. Why are there 10? Because you're looking at 5 inside, layup left, foul line extended left, foul line middle, 3, foul line extended right, layup right. So there's 5 inside spots now. No matter where else he may go in there, he's got to come close to one of those spots. Outside corner, right, foul line extended, outside, right, top of the key, middle, make it 8. Oh, stay in the basket. Foul line extended left, foul line outside, 10 shots. 10 spots on the floor that your players have to pick from when they shoot the basketball. Now, anytime I'm ready to shoot the ball and the ball's coming to me, I'm all ready to shoot. I'm ready to shoot. No motion, shot. There's your preparation. As I'm coming off, receive it, I'm all ready. He's done the work for me. All I got to do is shoot the ball. Most people think this is a quick shot. It's preparation. Ready, shot. Ready, shot. Ready. Now notice I squared up. Shot. Ready, shot. Okay, we're going to show you a drill we use every day in practice, from high school to college to the pros. Come on down. Get a ball. We're going to race. Yeah, you two are going to play the Murphys. Now, we have not lost in 3 years. No pressure on you. But me and that little fella has not lost in 3 years. I mean, from Holland to Germany to any place. We don't lose. Now, here's what you must do. Get on that side. We're going to race. You come rebound. Okay. When I say go, you're going to rebound for him. You don't get the basket. When I say go, come on in here. We're going to go at the same time. We're going to shoot the ball and run to the first inside spot, which is foul line extended. We're going to shoot, run to the next spot, which is the foul line itself in the middle. Hey, don't push me. Boy, they always got some tricks around here. Okay, now, here's the trick of the game. You've got to stay on that spot until you make it. Now, coaches, this is where you can find out where your players don't want to shoot the ball from, where they are not comfortable, and where they are, okay? So it's 5 inside, then 5 outside, layup, and you end up with a foul shot. Then you go, okay? And whoever finishes first out of the 2 of us wins, okay? Let's get down, Mr. Brown. Do you want to go first, or do you want the pressure? All right. Well, take your hat off, man. We can't lose this, man. Go. Come on, man. Come on. Foul line. Come on. Oh, sorry. Stay. Come on, Calvin. Come on. You got to make a layup. You got to make a layup. 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 Corner. 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 Extend it. Lean in, lean in. Come on, man! Ah! Lean in. Just get me in the game. Good, top of the key. Good. Stay there. Good. Get the ball! Just get me in the game. He's a chump. I can get him. Yes, corner. Yes, yes, come on. Yes, lay up. Foul shot. Foul shot. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, come on. Come on, Calvin, take your time. Calvin, take your time. All right. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah! Oh, man. Holy. Come on, Calvin! Lay up! Lay up! No! Calvin. Ah! Now, we understand what player needs to work at what spot. You keep a chart as a coach. Allow your player to do this drill by themselves. Okay? 2, 3, 4 times. Each time equaling a quarter. And you have a game situation. Now, let's talk about the old-fashioned jump shot. The basic jump shot. The first question that comes to mind that everyone asks is, how high does your jump shooter jump? Answer, everything is based on the individual player. It's all about comfortability. Now, if I'm shooting out here by myself, no one in front, I may jump 2 inches off the ground. A jump shot just simply means leaving the floor. Okay, leaving the floor. That's all a jump shot means. 2 inches off the floor. My rhythm, my timing. Okay? Now, depending on my opponent, I may have to go up higher on the jump shot to get up over my opponent, but I'm using the same stroke, the same rotation, and I'm leaning in on my shot. Now, like my foul shot, I said I want my player to pose. Same thing on my floor shot. All right, I want to know what mistakes am I making when I make a mistake. I'm elevating higher because of the defense. All right, I would rather, because I'm an old man, jump 2 inches. All right, jump shooter. Jump shooter. Anywhere. Ah! Ah! That's not a jump shot. That's a shot put. Okay? Style. See it again. Better. Better. I don't like, it's not a fluid shot. He's going up, extend. All one motion. Shoot at the height of the shot. Better. Better. Now leave your arm there and pose. Good. Hold up. Did you notice how fluid that shot was? When he extended and said, check me out. Once again, same shot. Stay. Now, here again, he shot the ball 4 times. 4 times he shot it 4 different ways. That shot, instead of going through, he stopped, which gave it a half rotation, hit the rim. No soft shot. All the way through the shot. Good. All the way through it. All the way through. All the way through it. Look at my rotation. Look at my rotation. If I can put it in. Look at my rotation. Okay? Now, first of all, where's your range? Where do you normally shoot from? You shoot from 3 points. Not on my team. Hold the ball. If you notice in basketball, players either can go all the way to the basket or, as he says, shoot 3 points. The problem that shooters have, of course, is the middle distance shooting, because they get into the habit of measuring the basket shot. Start in here. Let me see what your range is. Go ahead, right in there. Give the ball out. Nice rotation. Back up, right there. Nice rotation. All right, you're comfortable. Now back up. Nice rotation. He's going to prove me wrong. Still nice rotation. Still nice rotation. Every shot is not going to go in. All right, but we're talking about being comfortable and having no strain to the shot. Okay, good. Hold the ball. All right, Calvin, you take yours. Yes. Take your head off. He loved that NBA hat. He stole it. Jump shot. Okay, now notice how high he's jumping off the floor. Just enough to elevate that ball. All right, at the top of the shot. Good. That's a good shot. Keep that arm straight. Good. One more. Good. Nice rotation. Nice rotation. All right, I'm looking at the rotation and the distance. All right. Block that arm. Leave that arm up. Good. Good. All right, that's okay. He's hitting the front. Good. I'll take it from here. All right. Now, the range and the jumper. Basic. Now, as I receive the ball, I square up, and it's the shot. Forget about everything you see in the NBA with body position, which brings up another very important point. Defense. Come here. On the shot, most players make the mistake of thinking they've got to get their total body away from the defense to score. Not true. All you need to get past the defense is what? Your shooting arm. That's the important part of the shot, not the body. Now, yesterday, we talked about the dribble, okay? So I use this dribble to get my arm free, not the body. Fake, all I need is the arm free. That's all I need to make this basket, okay? So as I square off here, concentration comes in because I am not concerned about the defense. If you're concerned about the defense, he's not going to block your shot. He's going to throw your shot off. Most shots for your players come from where? The weak side or help. The player that's playing your shooter straight up, he has control of him. I know where he is. Okay? Okay, ready? I got him. He doesn't know when I'm going to shoot the ball. Okay? I'm not worried about him. He does that all the time, you guys. I'm not worried about him blocking my shot. All I want to do is get my arm free. It's free. Come on, block it if you can. And then we'll punch you in the face. It's free. Ah, I should have been there. All right, forget my body now. Watch my arm. It's free. It must be your face. I'm only kidding. It's free. Ah! Block my shot. It's free. Would you block the shot? Oh, I missed any. Oh, I missed anyway. Is that what you said? Yeah, right. Yeah, You missed anyway. Yeah, You're right. Bye. Well, come on then. Here's a lesson of let sleeping dogs lie. All right. All I'm doing on my shot is getting my arm where I have a good look at that basket. That's all I want. Okay? I'm going to get him rocking, up, extend, shot. I'm not worried about him blocking the shot, because if he does, as much as I'm planning on shooting, he can't block them all. Oh, the jump shot. I got it. The jump shot. Okay, thank you. Good job. So the way we teach the three-point shot is by simply starting behind the line, but when you end up, where did I end up? I ended up in my range. This is where I want to take my shot. But it's counted as what? A three-point shot. Most players try to use brute strength and stay back and just use their arm. All right? But what happens in a close game when you get tired and you don't have that strength just to use that arm? All right? This is why I advocate going in on the shot. I start behind the three and push in on the shot. The same shot. Rotation, extension, in on the shot. A ball's a ball, knucklehead. He thinks I can't shoot. Take our ball. First of all, it ain't your ball. We brought him with us from the States. Oh, I'm just a shooter. Does that answer your question on using your ball? Huh? Okay, I'm trying to use the red, white, and blue to illustrate the rotation. Buddy, face it, I'm just good. Okay, now, once again, I'm leaning in on the shot. I'm getting it up and over that target, the three-point shot. Now, obviously, this is easy. Standing here with no one in my face shooting this shot. All right, so I practice movement. Defense, slide over, same shot. All right, same shot. Over, lean in. Over, lean in. Come on, Murph, put it in the basket here. 3-point shot, very easy. All right, good. Now, we've gone from outside to middle distance. Now, what about your big man? Your big man underneath has got to have 2 shots. Obviously, one facing the basket and one with his back to the basket. And the one back to the basket, of course, is the hook shot. I am big believer in the hook shot. Why? Because I used it more than any big man would ever think of using it. Why did I use it? Now notice my shot. The first thing I do, receive the ball, my inside foot goes to where I want to take the shot. If I extend my leg out here, here's my shot. The inside foot here, up there. I want the shot in close. Defense, here. Protection of the body, extension, shot. Now notice, when I shot the ball, it's here for protection, and as I shot it, I used that wrist for rotation as though I took a jump shot. The only difference is my body position. The arm has not changed. The arm has not changed. Now you say to yourself, back up. You say to yourself, why would a midget use the hook shot? I'll tell you why. Being a little quick guard, Calvin, come guard me. A lot of times, I was able to get my defense up in the air, get past them. Now, as I turn to square off at the basket, the defense had a chance to recover and go after my shot. So I perfected the hook shot, so once I get the defense on the foot, off their feet, and get them on my hip, all in one motion, I don't give them an opportunity to be able to recover on the shot. I receive the ball. First thing I do is see the defense. Drop step, hook. I shoot this better than the foul shot, don't I? Okay, the hook shot. Big boy. Any big boy. Down low. Where you want the ball at? My fault. Passer's fault. Passer's fault. What was wrong with that shot? Let's try it again. What was wrong with that shot? Watch his shoulder. Watch his left shoulder. Okay, come across and give me a rotation on the ball. Don't be afraid to miss. Don't be afraid to miss. Where's your target? Where's your target? Over the front of the rim. Step, hook. Not bad. Not bad. Come all the way through it. All right, one more time. Step and hook. All right, he has somewhat of a jump hook, but that's okay. That's all right. Jump hook. Okay, thank you. The hook shot. Very important for your big man to be able to go right, come across, and go left. I think. As I receive it, I drop that foot, and I lean in. Obviously, I'm right-handed, so I want to use the right-hand hook shot as much as possible. I tell our big man about angles. If he's forced away from the basket, the backboard is where he wants to throw that hook shot from. Shooting is about angles. Now we talked about the jump shot, 3-point, foul shot. Now let's talk about shooting off of the pick. Anyone? Anyone? Setting the pick. On top, Cal. Obviously, the defense is not going to give a good shooter the opportunity to run free. So therefore, you're going to set a pick for me. You'll be talking about setting a pick today. Let me see your pick. Good. Good. Now, my big men hated me to come off a pick. Why? Because I'm going to run my man into you. He's going to knock the hell out of you. Because I'm going to run him into you hard. Because I want to get rid of him. So as a shooter, I'm going to take the defense in towards the basket to give myself an outside-inside opportunity to receive the ball. Now, once I get the defense, regardless if he trails or he tries to play between the pick and myself, I'm going to run him on a direct path to the pick. Now, as I approach the pick, I'm going to drop and get lower than the defense. My pick doesn't move at all. I don't want to get him an offensive foul. So you don't move at all. It's up to me as the shooter to take the defense, work him into you. You make believe you're a pole. Okay? Stand there and set the pick. Don't move. Defense, as I come to the pick, slow or fast, I drop lower than the defense, and my first step is going to be parallel to the picker. And as I come off of this pick, notice I'm low and I'm ready to shoot the ball. Now, my next step, after going parallel and pushing, I'm going to take that inside foot and keep it close to the pick. Now, as I receive the ball, I'm ready to shoot it. Now, if the defense recovers, no problem. I back up and use that pick again. Okay? Once again, shooting off the pick. Work the defense, drop lower than the defense, come off, ready to shoot the ball. Okay, give me a defensive man. Anybody? Defensive guard. Come on. Come guard me. Come guard me. Oh, you want to guard the little Murphy. Boy, I tell you. Okay. Smart guy. Okay, you're guarding me. All right? Now, look how he's playing me. This is not fast. I'm going to take him to the pick. Now, I have him caught. Now, what are you going to do? Too late. All right? His man switches to the basket. Once again. Shot. Come on, guard me. Oh, I'm going to drive you crazy. Don't move. You stand still. Don't move. I'm going to take you around the world with me. I'll use them again. All right. Your turn. You didn't know I was so strong, did you? Okay. Low, good. Good.
Not have to like what I'm going to show you. We're going to get killed today. Repetition, 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 repetition. Bend your knees. I must be ready to go back. What was he talking about?
Let's talk about post defense and how you're going to guard your man. I jump out and I bump him and I bump him and I bump him, or else you're going to lose all your teeth. Now, I had mine knocked out 10 times. Basketball is a game that everybody has to have every skill. I had my nose broke 13 times. I didn't learn this till way too late in my career.
I got an opportunity to play 14 years in the NBA. So you want your best ball handler to have the ball. There's 30 seconds on the clock. You got to get the ball. Wait a minute. You know, this guy like pushing me. Excuse me a second.
The more things that you can get good at, the better you can get good at this game of basketball. Not too hard, not too hard. Let him go. Let him go a little bit. Explode up 2, back down 1. Light and quick. Super, super.
Do you want to see more from the NBA Clinic? Call Swedish Basketball Federation at 4608289860. On this number, you can order videotapes from the clinic. 3 hours per coach. QB Brown, how to play defense. Calvin Murphy, individual skills for small players. Bill Walton, the inside game. Dean Brittenham, to prepare a winner physically. Call the Swedish Basketball Federation at 4608289860.
That's right, you are white.
Okay, now, with that in mind, talking about the basics of offensive play, now we come to what some of you may have your biggest problem with on your team is your playmaker. Playmaker. Now, without good guards, you will not have a good offensive team. I don't care how good your big men are. I don't care how good your 3-spot may be, which is your small forward, who is your shooting forward. If your guards cannot run your offense, you're wasting your time. Now remember, coaches, in order for you to be a teacher or a good quality coach, you've got to understand what you want out of your players. Now, let me slow down and say that again. Having an offense or a defense on paper is one thing, but it's another thing for you to know up here what you want, because in the heat of battle, you may have to change your strategy. So it's very important that you have control of what your players are doing at all times. Now, let me just state right from the beginning, I have a problem with today's theory of the backcourt. I'm from the old school of thought. I don't believe in the 1 guard, 2 guard, or the point guard and the shooting guard. As a coach, I want both of my guards to be able to do a little bit of everything. If you have players that are specialists or one-dimensional, it's too easy for the defense to cut off half of your offense. Both of my guards are going to have to be able to run my offense. No specialist. If it's all possible, I would like to have 1 ball player control the ball, but if the defense makes us do something else, I want to be able to run my offense on both sides of the floor effectively. All right, so I'm not dealing with just the point guard, 2 guard theory. Now, let me say from the outset, I wouldn't play for me if I was a coach. Too demanding. Too demanding. As a player, as a guard in basketball, especially in the pros, I put a lot of demands on myself for excellence. And as a coach, I demand the same thing. The first thing I would not do, of course, as a coach in playing the position, I accept no excuses. None. And as you know, basketball is a game of mistakes. And it's the team that makes the least amount of mistakes are the teams that win. But I have a problem with players that make mistakes because mentally, they're not ready. So what am I looking for out of my playmaker, out of my backcourt? The first thing we've got to deal with, of course, is leadership. Leadership. And leadership is not a guard or a player that talks a good game. I want a leader to lead by example. And my leader has a difficult job because he cannot be friends with his teammates. Because when your leader is a friend of his teammates, he's going to accept mistakes from his teammates. Now let me clarify that again. My leader has got to understand that he is my coach on the floor. So if my offense falls apart, I'm not going to yell at his teammates. I'm going to get on his case. Remember, our guards have the ball 80 to 85% of the time. So if your guards have the ball that much and they can't produce, they can't deliver, what good are they to you? So my guard has got to answer to the call with me. So therefore, his leadership has got to be very, very important. He cannot be afraid to criticize his teammates. Now, I'm not talking about making an open confrontation with his teammate, but I believe that a lot of problems can be resolved in your timeout. As a coach in my huddle, the only one that talks besides me is my guard, my ball handling guard. He's got to be a student of the game as well as a leader. Leadership is the only way to go for that guard. Now, my guard has got to be a good passer. He's got to be a good passer. I need one player. Anyone? He has got to be a good passer. Now, what is a good passer? First of all, the problem with most guards or most players when they're passing the ball, they don't understand about the defense. Now, if you look at today's players, they're getting taller and their arm span is getting longer. I played against players like Don Chaney, who used to coach the Houston Rockets, who is now assistant coach for the Detroit Pistons, and his arm span was so wide that you would have to take a detour around Stockholm to get to the basket. Extremely long arms. Now, the thing that he had that was to his advantage is the fact that he played the passing lanes very well, just by standing in the middle of the key and extending his arms. Now, most guards, most players that he played against tried to attack, put your arm span down, tried to attack him on the pass from the outside. This is where the defense's strengths are when you have a passing attack. Now, another player on the other side. Move up a little bit. Move up. Okay, now if I'm going to attack this defense as a guard, I'm going to take that ball where? To get past the defender. I don't want to go out and around where he has a chance to stop that pass. I'm going to make him cut his wingspan down by simply getting the ball in the area of the armpit down to the waist. Now, if he gets that ball, he's got to catch it with the elbow. Okay? As a passing guard, I'm coming here and I'm coming here. I've got to make him, I've got to have the advantage. I've got to make him bring that arm span in to halt the ball. Okay. Now, the ball goes here, past the head. Most players defensively react from instinct. If I throw the ball past your head, the first thing you do is this. If somebody's boxing you and they throw a jab from instinct, you do this. You move your head 1 inch or the other. That's enough for my guard to get the ball. There it is. From instinct, I'm going to attack as a passer. I'm going to attack through the body opposed to around the arms. Thank you. Passing. You've got to know, your player have got to know the angles of passing opposed to just trying to get the ball to his teammate. He's got to be a good passer. Big man. I need a big man. My guard is responsible for keeping him happy. Big men have got the worst job in basketball. They're playing down in the what we call the killer zone, the pit. Elbows flying, guys getting their teeth knocked out. Bill Walton told you he had his teeth knocked out 10 times. He had his nose broken 13. So my big man, every now and then, would like to have the ball. If you don't keep your big man happy by letting him see the ball, he's going to stop rebounding. Human nature. If I don't get the ball, I'm not climbing the boards. So my offense always starts inside out. Always starts inside out. The first thing I'm going to do is get my big man to realize that I'm going to start my offense through him. Now, my big man has got to help me as a passer. He's got to give me a target. Give me a target. There's the target. Now, I want this pass to go right to that target. Nice pass, Murph. Right to the target. Now, notice what I'm doing on my pass. It's the overhead, old-fashioned, two-handed pass. I don't want a bounce pass to my big man that the ball could skid on the floor and cause him at 7'2" or 7'4", like you see in the NBA now, to have to really bend down to get that ball. Because once he's in this position, he's out of position because there's nothing else he can do but come up with the ball and protect it. Remember we talked about being aggressive. Well, I want my big man to be aggressive once he gets the ball, so as a passer, I've got to help him. All right? My attack goes inside out. No matter what the offense may be, if my big man pins the defense and he asks for the ball, I want him to have the ball. It's that simple. Now, if he doesn't get an opportunity to score, he can always bring the ball back, set up my offense. Keeping the big man happy, understanding how he gets the ball. Bounce passing especially gives me a headache when I have a big man on the floor and I make him in a position where he gets the ball too early. Now he's got to put the ball on the floor in front of a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1, and there's a little guard in front that can possibly give him a problem with the dribble. Now remember, I said all my players have got to be able to dribble the basketball, but I want to make sure that when they do dribble it, they're in their area where they're most dangerous. So my big man only receives the ball in his area. Only receives the ball in his area. And once he gets into his area and he gives me that target, I want him to have the ball and I want him to operate. Thank you. And I want him to operate. Passing the ball. Leadership, keeping my big man happy. My guards have got to understand that they are the secondary part of my offense. Now, if you look at any all-star games, all all-star games are guard-oriented. The guards have all the fun because they have the ball. They come down, they make their move, they shoot the ball. The guards are normally your best shooters, your best ball handlers anyway, so that they can get any kind of shot that they want. You play with the 30-second clock. My guard, when that clock goes down under 10 seconds, now he becomes my primary target, my primary offensive weapon. But before that, I want him to keep his teammates involved. So therefore, he's got to always know situations on that clock. Secondary, I don't want my guard to come down and feel he has to give me 50 points right off the bat. If he gives me 50 within the flow of the offense, I'm happy. I'm happy. Of course, my guards have got to be able to not only handle the ball, but they've got to be able to shoot the ball. If your guards in today's game cannot put the ball in the basket with range, obviously the defense is going to do what? They're going to clog in. They're going to clog in and kill your offensive game down low. Now, I was fortunate when I played with the Rockets to play with a fellow you may know, Moses Malone. Now, Moses Malone used to get very upset when I was on the bench, and I thanked him for that. Nevertheless, he got upset because as the outside threat, when I was on the bench, the defense backed down and kept pressure on him where he couldn't get the ball in his area to operate. Now, as a guard with range and having the reputation of shooting the ball, the defense, whether I shot it or not, had to come out and honor the fact that if I got the ball, I was going to shoot the ball and perhaps put it in the basket more times than I was going to miss. So as a shooting guard, that gave me an open court situation and it kept the inside from being clogged. So my guards have got to be able to put the ball in the basket. They've got to be a threat every time they come across the floor, and the defense has got to understand that. They've got to be able to shoot the ball. My guard has a tough time defensively. He's got to be in shape. Why? Because my guard is going to go 94 feet, baseline to baseline. Baseline to baseline. The worst situation for any team is to allow the offensive team to have out of 30 seconds to have 22 seconds or 24 seconds or even 30 seconds to run their offense. So my guard is going to pick up full court just to kill the clock, just to kill some time on that clock. He's going to make the offensive player go laterally opposed to straight up and down the floor vertically. So he has got to be in shape. And I'm not talking about working his way into shape. He's got to come into camp ready to play basketball. He is my leader. Physically and mentally, he has a tough job. Now, I don't allow my guards the luxury of pacing themselves. Now, I allow my big men and I allow my forwards. Now, yes, I'm showing favoritism. You're right. But I don't allow my guards that luxury of pacing themselves or coasting. They're going to go 94 feet. And when they can't go any longer, they put their hand up. I get somebody else in there. We have the same routine. When they've gotten their breather, they're back on the floor. As my guards would tell you, my younger players, I put them in a killing pace. And it's all about conditioning. I condition my little players now from the ages of 10 on up to be in shape. If you notice right now, little Calvin's not here. He's not in shape. He's in the bed. He's tired. All right? But nevertheless, he's being conditioned, being over here in Europe over the last 3 weeks, his endurance. I don't think he's ever going to come back with me again, but nevertheless. Physically, they got to be ready. My guards have got to know the total game. They've got to know my offense like they do knowing their own name. They've got to know what each player on the floor's job may be on any given situation. If we play 55 down, they've got to know where everybody belongs. They shouldn't have to look. They should automatically know. So if the offense breaks down and I ask the question, what happened, they should be able to tell me that the 3 forward was out of position or the 4 forward did not set the pick. Now, I'm the guard. Guard him. No, you guard me. You guard him. Good. Now, my guards in my offense are always going to, as I stated earlier, go inside out. So, the one thing I want to do is to help my big man as well as myself. Anytime I wanted a shot as a guard, I'm going to go head hunting for a big man. Now, you were shown yesterday or the day before how to set a proper pick. Okay? My guard, give me somebody over here. Anybody? All right. My guard passes the ball inside. He's coming through. You don't move. He's coming through, and he's going to set a pick. He's going to set a pick long enough for you to come off and roam, hold the defender. Now my guard has got to switch, and my guard now rotates back into the 3 slot. To the 3 slot. Now the big man has got to do what? He's got to honor me. Okay, now remember I said I'm going to keep my big man happy. So by setting that pick as a guard, I draw the big man out. I have the ball. My big man now has the guard low, and what do? I'm going to get him that ball, and I'm going to rotate back to give him operating room. Now, if the big man doesn't come with me, what do I have? I have the shot. So my guards are not going to just play a perimeter game. They're going to go inside. They're going to always set a pick. All my plays deal from going inside, setting, trying to get the advantage, bringing around, shot, or down low. Now, the only problem with this is guards don't like to set picks. Why? Because big men see a little guy coming, and they try to take his head off. So after your guard gets a couple of shots to the head, he says, hey, forget this. So this is why we spend time working, as Bill Walton said, having our players work on setting that pick. So once I release that ball, I go through, and I'm watching the big man. I'm not watching his position. I'm watching his arms. So as I come to set that pick, here his arms are up. I close here, and then I'm gone. Most guards will run through on your team and kind of brush the pick and get out of there. My guard has got to stick him. He's got to stick him. And if he doesn't want to stick him, he can't play. Can't play. This is a tough game. Forget that business about a non-contact sport. If it wasn't a non-contact sport, why do they have medics with stretchers at the games? Okay? So my guard has got to set the proper pick. Thank you, gentlemen. My guards have got to stay on the attack. They've got to stay aggressive. All my players have got to be aggressive. My players cannot be afraid to make a mistake, even though I'm going to chew their rear end out if they make it. That's because I'm going to keep them sharp. There are ways of criticizing your players to motivate, and then there's a way to criticize your player to kill. I want to motivate. And my guards have got to be real thick-skinned because I'm going to motivate them from the beginning of the season to the end on their play. So criticism, being able to take criticism well, is a part of my guard's forte. He's got to be able to take criticism and still maintain the level of play that's going to make him effective for my team. He's got to understand floor balance. Floor balance. My guards do no rebounding. How many people you know have the ability of a Michael Jordan at 6'4" to climb the boards like he does? Zero, just Michael. So I want my guards to be very effective on the floor for me. My playmaker is not going to rebound. And if I see him in here trying to rebound, I'm going to kill him. Why? Because he's in here trying to rebound and he doesn't get the ball, they get the ball, there's no defensive balance. Which brings up the other point, teamwork in the backcourt. When one guard passes and goes through to set that pick, the other guard has to rotate in case of a turnover. There's nothing worse than a turnover or a rebound, a long court pass, dunk shot, easy layup. I watched the game last night, I believe between, who was it? I think it was, who did Sweden play last night? It was Russia. It was a very tight game. It was a one-point game. They scored. Russia stepped out of bounds. There was no defensive rotation by the guards. Long court pass, and they were setting up some kind of a full court trap. Easy bucket. The game was over. The game was over. Unbelievable. And that was the fault of the guards because of defensive rotation. The guards were underneath trying to rebound. Bang. Game over. So my guards, if they get a rebound, it was accidental. They did it within the flow of the game or they did it in transition. They're not going to do it off a set offense. They are my floor balance. They are my floor balance. Guards have got to be able to read defenses. There are so many sophisticated defenses out in basketball now. Coaches are running diamond and ones, box and ones, depending on the players. They're running 3-2 traps. They're running 2-1-2 traps. They're running half-court traps in the corners. My guards have got to recognize the defenses quickly, which brings up a very valid point when I'm arguing with one of my guards about him being trapped. There's no way my guards, I don't care what kind of defense may be set against him, there is no way he can be trapped if he stays within the confines of this middle court. Most guards get the ball, and the first thing they do, they run it up the sideline. Here's your trapping zones. As soon as your guard crosses half court, any good team is going to trap here. Obviously, he can't go back, and he has no way to pass down the sideline, and they're going to play the passing lanes on the weak side. He's in trouble. And now I'm angry. My guard, after a basket, we want to up-tempo the ball. Bang, we want to get the floor as quick as possible. But if the defense a lot of times sets up quickly, he's got to immediately come to the middle, read the defenses, and pick that zone apart or that trap apart on the pass. On the pass. So he's got to be able to read the defenses well. Now, all in all, that tells you that my guard has got to be a student of the game. I'm going to spend time blackboard drill with my guards to explain my theories of what I want done, how I want it done, and then he's got to take it and run with it. A student of the game. Now, coaches, let me explain something to you. And I think I'm living proof that we as coaches, when we're looking for good playmakers, we need to stop looking at size and look at talent. We've got to stop looking at size and look at talent. Muggsy Bogues, Tyrone Muggsy Bogues, is perhaps, he's not on a superstar status, but he is an effective playmaking point guard in the NBA at 5'3". He is tenacious. This fella creates havoc for the other team defensively. Obviously, defensively, he's so low to the ground and he's built like a little tank that he has a big ratio of steals opposed to trying to steal. Offensively, he's such a good ball handler and he's so quick that he stays inside the middle of the defense. So often, and especially over here in Europe, I've seen it, everybody wants the big guard. Everybody wants the Magic Johnsons. There's not many Magic Johnsons out there. There's a lot of them his size, but there's not a lot of them with his ability. So when you're picking your playmaker or your backcourt, forget about size, coaches, and go with quality. Go with someone that can best suit your needs. Pressure. Key word. Pressure. Your guards, my guard, has got to be able to handle pressure. Now, when won't your player or your point guard handle pressure? When will he get rattled? When he's afraid to make a mistake or when he's afraid to lose? Now, that statement is very important because you've got to talk to your guards. You've got to make them understand that all they can do is the right things and their very best. No matter how well you may play defense on Calvin Murphy, some nights I'm going to kill you because it's just my night because I'm a shooter. Some nights it's going to be your night. No matter what I do defensively, you're going to kill me. I want my guards to be concerned with doing the right things and then let the chips fall where they may. So they shouldn't have to worry about pressure. Now, we as coaches put pressure on our guards. We know that if we lose this game, we're fired. That's pressure. But you can't convey that to your player because that's none of his problem. That is none of his business. That's your problem. And if you bring it to your player, he's going to react, especially if your player feels for you as a coach. Now, he tenses up and everything becomes regimented instead of freewheeling. Your guards have got to have the leeway to make a mistake. You cannot put pressure on your player and expect him to act and react in pressure situations. Now, after all I've told you of what my guard should be, he still has got to find some way to enjoy this game. Sounds difficult, doesn't it? I just gave you 15 reasons or 15 ways I pick my guards, and then I have the audacity to say he's got to enjoy the game. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, if he enjoys the game, he's a blockhead because he has too much to think about. Basketball is a game of action and reaction. Once this becomes second nature to him, he's going to accept it and take it from there. Now, the one thing that I want to bring into focus right now, for me to stand up here and tell you what I expect out of my guards is one thing. But if you know the last 2 days, I believe in demonstrations to show you. So what we're going to do right now with the All-Stars, we have them placed into two teams. We're going to have them play up and down the floor, and I'm going to stop them in situations and show you the mistakes that the guards, now the guards I'm putting pressure on, the guards will make, and you'll see the same mistakes a lot of your guards make. Okay? Gentlemen. Okay, purple, you're going to defend. You're going to come this way. So blue, you got the ball. Man to man. Okay, now, gentlemen, when I say stop, don't move. Okay, don't, and when you know you made a mistake, don't try to scoot over. Stay right there. I'll be watching. Okay. Now, I want you to watch the guards. I want you to watch the play of the guards. Matter of fact, you can watch the play of everybody based on how well the guards do to help the team. But we're going to right now talk about playmaking. Okay, everybody has your man who you're going to guard. Take it out of bounds and let's go. Okay, let's play. Okay, stop. Stop. Defensively, he's very comfortable. Get your butt up there. All right, now what he's already done is changed his offensive thinking. I don't want the offensive guard to be comfortable in starting his offense. I want you to meet him out early, okay? First mistake, playing for Calvin Murphy. Play. Stop! Guard, receive the ball. Go back where you were, underneath, right there. The first mistake he makes is one of the Murphy laws. Look at the basket, okay? Anytime that the ball is passed from the guard to any player, I want him to be aggressive and look for the basket. You had a nice shot there. Okay, guard, take it back out. Good. Pressure, pressure, good. Okay, now, stop. Who's the other guard? You're a guard, and you're the other guard? Who's the guard? Who's the guard? Who just played guard? We had one guard, and who's the other guard? Oh, you're lucky. Okay, you're the other guard. Because we talked about what? You were in the corner. Always have got to have floor balance, defensive rotation. He's in the corner. That means my other guard is back. If he takes the shot, once the shot goes up, what are you going to do? There you go. He's going to get out of there. Most guards, if they're big guards, shoot, and they follow. Once that ball leaves your hand and you hit the floor, your job is to come back. All right, now where are you going to retreat back to? You're going to retreat back to half court because you're going to stop the ball. Both guards. All right, play ball. Ah, stop! Another mistake. What? Yeah, you made it. Don't look at me. Mistake. Guard. He lost his dribble. A smart defensive team now what? They, boom, they close up on you, right? Don't put the ball on the floor until you surveyed the action. Now you have the dribble as your weapon. Oh, I'm a tough son of a gun. Play, play. Stop! Stop! Oh, good. Son of a gun fooled me, didn't he? Play. Good. Good defense. Ah! Stop! Stop! What did you do? You lost your dribble again. Ball. You came across half court. Now, he doesn't know what you were going to do, right? So talk to him. Talk to him. Get him the ball. But don't automatically make something happen. Okay? Turnover. Good. Good. Back. Back. Good. Stop the ball. Stop the ball. Stop the ball. Good. Good. Shot. Shot. That's okay. It's all right. Go. Go. Push. Good. All right. Bring it back. Set it up. All right, take your time. Take your time. You got plenty of time on the clock now. Good. 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 Foul. Stop. That's a good offensive set. Why? We had the rebound. The guard kicked the ball ahead. which is very important if you're going to have an up-tempo game. My guard just came down. He kicked the ball up ahead. He gave his teammate an opportunity to do something with the ball. His teammate came down, saw the situation. He didn't have a shot. He, in turn, gave the ball back to the guard. Now, 24, 25 seconds on the clock. Now you take your time and get a good shot. Play ball. Good. Good. Don't lose your dribble. Good. Take your time. Good. All right, good. Now stop. 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 I yelled at him so much now he's not going to let me yell at him anymore. Okay, now, most European teams that I've seen over here, and not only European teams, but over in the States, in the NBA, everybody goes off a transition game into a passing game. So as a guard, the one thing I want my guards to do is what? Play the passing lane and keep the ball on one side of the floor. The only way you can have a passing game if you allow the team to go laterally, to play along the perimeter. Okay, so once my guard gets over and the other team is going into a transition game or they're going to go into the offensive set, my guard is going to shade his player. Okay, now, you defensively, they talked about seeing man and ball. Okay, now to see man and ball, I'm still playing the passing lane because I'm going to keep it on one side of the floor. Play ball. Stop! Stop! My two guards, come here. Now, we got a problem here. Somebody's going to get killed. All right, this is what I just had. He did the right thing and swung the ball. Now, who are you guarding? Make up your mind. You guarding him? Well, get your butt over there. All right? Now, we've got to have communication between my guards. You just set a pick on him and left him open for a jump shot. Come on. Play. Good. Stay. Keep on that side. Keep on that side. Good. Good. Now stop. 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 Guard. Guard. Offensive guard. Once you pass the ball, you got to rotate out of there quick. Why? Because you left the defense here, could have double teamed. So once my guard passed that ball, you go through and set that pick quick. Don't dilly-dally. Don't get down here and try to decide what you're going to do. If nothing else, you come through quickly and get back for balance. Don't leave the defense to double team your big man. Good. 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 Ah! 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 Stop. Stop. Woo! Nice movement. Now it's difficult because a smart team is going to move that ball quickly. Smart movement. You had the shot, right? Okay. The only problem is the defense did what? Ran at you. And you shot the ball quick. You see him back there, you have him at your mercy. All right, he runs, just put it on the floor and get a better shot. Remember, the three-point shot is only necessary to me as the last resort, or you're wide open. Okay? Now defense, you got to close in quicker. That brings up a point. Defensive guards, don't ever throw the ball. Hop out a second. Throw the ball this way. Don't ever run at the open man because he has the advantage. You shuffle and you invite him to shoot the ball, right? And then all you want to do, because you're not going to block it, is to get him to flinch just a second because you ain't going to block it. All right, play ball. Good. No. 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 I don't want 7'7" to get down. Okay? If you're going to bounce pass to him, that bounce pass has got to be up here. All right? Because you know what happens in the pros? The players are, or not even in the pros, in basketball, the players are so strong, bend down to get the ball. That's pitiful. He bends down, he's 5'9". Bend down. All right, he's my height, right? Now, I'm going to put pressure and not let him get the ball where he can make this inside move. Okay? But now here, he's already situated to get the ball and to make his move up here. From here, he's got to get it and reposition himself because he's going to come this way anyway. Come on, guards. Help your big man. Play. Good. Good. That's where talk. Communicate. Good. Good. All right. Good. 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 Stop. Stop. Not bad. Not bad. Play ball. Play ball. Yes, I cheat sometimes. You're right. Play. Okay, keep him on one side of the floor. Keep him on one side of the floor. Good. Good. No. Stop. 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 Once you receive the ball, young man, don't be in a hurry. We got no place to go. Your girlfriend left you, man. Right? It's just me and you, boss. Okay, give him the ball. Okay? So I want you to slow down. You get the ball. Throw the ball. Turn and look at the situation. You received the ball, and the first thing you did was this. You saw nothing. It's going to be all right. Play ball. Excellent. Excellent. Good. 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 Now stop. 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 All right, that was good defense. That's good offense. But now, let me show you something. Guards. Guards. Here's the biggest problem that the Rockets, the players in the Rockets had this year and drove me crazy. If you have Patrick Ewing or you have a big center standing at that basket and you're able to get the ball within striking distance, the middle distance shot or the close range shot where you put on brakes and take that little bank shot is important. Most guards cannot change up. They get to going in one direction. They can't stop and take that little pop shot. My guard works on that constantly in practice. Getting inside, seeing the big man. Don't challenge the 7-footer. Stop, little soft shot off the board, and go. But that's still a good drive, but you could have had an offensive foul. Play ball. Play ball. Good. Good. Take your time. Good. Good. Stop. 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 You were right this time. Don't worry. We talked in dribbling defense. We talked in dribbling not to turn your back to the action. Now you've helped the defense. He attacked, made the play by keeping an eye on the total floor situation. Not bad. Not bad. He has not backed his way down the floor yet, and that's good. That's real good. Play ball. Play ball. Good. Now go through. Gentlemen, stop. Gentlemen, gentlemen, gentlemen. Relax. Relax. I'm the guard. Help me. Relax. Give me the ball. Give me a forward. Wait, where are we go? You hop out. Hop out 1 second, okay? Give me a forward over there. Yes. Now, we're running around with our head cut off. You got to help the guard like the guard's going to help you. You pop out. The guard gives the ball. Now, you stay there. Remember, I want to come through and help you. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to set that pick. Bang. Now you do something. All right? Now, I'm going to open to the ball because I may be able to get it. If not, he's open. Now, you're coming down. Throw him the ball. I can set another pick. Come on, go off. I'm still trying to get myself free and a mismatch. Here. So the guard, if the offense slows and don't run aimlessly, he has a chance to help everybody and still have defensive rotation. Okay, so you see what I'm doing, Coach? I'm using my guard to help the helper. He's getting involved, but yet he is still a threat because when he sets that pick going through, he's causing a mismatch, and he has a chance to score also in the secondary capacity. Play ball. Good, 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 good. Looks good. Yes, yes. Now we good, good. All right, now stop, stop, stop. Go back over in that corner. Here's the problem. Big man, big man. The big man help the helper. What is he going to do with that ball now? He's trapped on the baseline. Now you got him in trouble. Okay? What you should have done, give him the ball back. You know that your guard can't do anything with the ball. He could either run baseline and get out of there, take the defense, and you work, or you swing it back out. Don't let your big men get your guards caught in the corner unless it's a desperation shot. Okay? And you don't want the ball in this corner. Don't throw me the ball. And get out of there. Play ball. Play ball. Play ball. Good. 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 Yes. Yes. Good. Play ball. Yes. Yes. Good pick. Good pick. Okay, take your time. Take your time. All right, now stop. 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 Situation coaches. Now you're down a point. You have 12 seconds on the clock. You need a shot. You're playing a defensive team that's playing the passing lane. Now you need a ball handling guard that can break you down on the dribble. Okay, so now the way we want to start our guard to break down the defense, forward. I'm going to play one-on-one now, okay? I'm not going to play one-on-one off the dribble. What I want to do, who's going to guard me? Come guard me. All right? One-on-one for the guard now. I'm going to give the ball to the forward. I'm going to take my defensive man in and pop back to the ball. Now, my guard has the ball with his dribble. Go through. Spread the floor. Now, I got him one-on-one with my shot and my dribble. The mistake most coaches make, they say, we need a one-on-one play, and the guard has the ball, he's already dribbled, and now he tries to get to a position, and the defense makes him pick it up, the play's dead. So I like to start my one-on-one from an offensive set forward. Give me a forward. Okay, I come down the floor, there's 12 seconds on the clock, I want to give him the ball, I want to make my move, inside, outside, and now I have him on a one-on-one. Now, coaches, watch this one. I made a living out of this one. On the clock, situation, I come down, I give the ball. Now, 5 seconds, 6 seconds on the clock. I don't have time because he's a smart defender. He's not going to let me get behind to receive the ball. So what I'm going to do is once I give that ball to the forward, okay, and the forward is outside the three-point line, I'm going to take the defense over, and I'm going to scoot right through here, and I'm going to have the defender shade my defender. Because with 5 seconds on the clock, I want the jumper opposed to the drive. So everything is done from that initial pass opposed to the dribble. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Let's hear it for the guard. Very good, very good. Okay, now we concentrated just that little brief time on the guard play. But did you notice when the guards do their job correctly, your playmaking guard, he sets up and makes it easy for his teammates. The phrase we always use, especially defensively, is help the helper. Communication. I've given you 15 criteria for your guards. We watched them play. Now, as a coach, your biggest job is to getting your guard to believe in two things. Your system and what? Himself. After that, you have just made the makings of a pretty good guard. Pretty good guard. Now, we've had